Hey everybody, this time I made sure to have my microphone down and not muted. Let's talk about fragment and run-on sentences. Now this is definitely one that more people need help with, where some of our more common grammatical things like capitalization and end punctuation are probably a bit easier for the majority of you. But in this case, if I can get my thing to work, scholars, you are going to be able to recognize and correct fragment and run-on sentences. You're going to take notes in this video, you're going to do some practice work, you're going to do a mastery check. And the purpose here, again, is really centered around being an effective writer and editor of writing. Again, just making sure that you know how to write proper sentences for school and beyond. So let's first do a quick sentence review, okay? A sentence has a subject and a verb, and it makes a complete thought. A sentence is also referred to as an independent clause. Tom laughed. Because she exercises regularly, she's in good condition. It has been raining all day, right? These are all complete thoughts that have a subject and a verb. Be quiet. In a sentence like this, the subject is you. It's understand that we're saying you need to be quiet. He's quiet, and he's very polite. In this case, you have a compound sentence. He's quiet is one independent phrase or clause, and he's very polite is a second one. So let's start by talking about fragments. A fragment is an incomplete sentence, okay? It has a piece of a complete thought, and it's punctuated like it is a complete thought. Okay, so that means a fragment is either going to have a subject or it's going to have a verb. It's not going to have both of those things. Okay, so it can be phrases or dependent clauses or any type of incomplete word group. Okay, again, anything that doesn't complete a full thought. Anne walked alone to the store. Anne walked alone is an independent clause. You can say it all by itself, but you cannot say to the store all by itself. That is not a sentence, and this is a prepositional phrase fragment. Walking to the store, she saw a car accident. Again, you can say she saw a car accident. That's a complete thought, one sentence, but you cannot say walking to the store. Who was walking to the store? Okay, so you're missing, that's a present participle phrase, you're missing the subject. Because she exercises regularly. This is a dependent or an adverb clause fragment, okay? Again, just an incomplete thought, there's no subject. Because she exercises regularly, like what about it? So again, to the store, walking to the store, and because she exercises regularly, these are all fragments. Notice they are incomplete thoughts, yet they are properly punctuated as if they are a complete thought. There's three common ways to correct fragments. First, you connect two fragment sentences together. Okay, so when you have Anne walked all alone and you have to the store, you can change that to Anne walked all alone to the store. Drop that period in the middle, lowercase that t, and combine your two thoughts. Walking to the store, she saw a car accident, combine them. Walking to the store, comma, she saw a car accident. You can also remove words in some cases, right? So in the case of because she exercises regularly, you can change that and say she exercises regularly instead of the because. Just drop the because and just state she exercises regularly, and then you can state she is in excellent condition. You may also add words. So when you have that same phrase, because she exercises regularly, she is in excellent condition, you can change that to she feels great because she exercises regularly, and she is in excellent condition. So now you have two full sentences. Run-on sentences are when you have two sentences that come together, and they either have improper punctuation or improper connecting words. So there's two types of run-on sentences. You have a fused sentence. That's when you have two complete sentences that are just being mashed together with no sort of punctuation. For example, Joe was happy about the raise, he felt like celebrating. It should be Joe was happy about the raise, period, he felt like celebrating. The second type is called a comma splice. A comma splice is when you have two complete sentences, but they are being connected with a comma, but missing a connecting word like and, but, or, no, for, so, yet, like the conjunctions, okay? Joe was happy about the raise, he felt like celebrating. Notice that's the same sentence, the comma there between raise and he. This is what makes it a comma splice. That comma doesn't belong. It's still a run-on sentence. You need a period there in order to fix this. But you could also, you could also add a coordinating conjunction. So you could say, Joe was happy about the race, comma, and he felt like celebrating. Now you would have a complete thought. 4 common ways to correct run-on sentences. First is to put a period or a semicolon between the sentences, which is what we were just discussing. We'll talk about semicolons in a completely different lesson. You could also connect 2 related sentences with a comma, but use that coordinating conjunction. Again, I just gave you the example. Okay. You might also connect 2 related sentences with a semicolon and a transition word, like however or therefore, as a result. Okay, Joe was happy about the race. Consequently, he felt like celebrating. He was happy about the raise, therefore, he felt like celebrating. And then finally, you can create a complete sentence with a dependent clause word like because, if, although, when, who, which, etc. Again, it's about combining these thoughts so that you have one complete thought. Because Joe was happy about the raise, he felt like celebrating. Joe, who was happy about the raise, felt like celebrating. So there's lots of different ways to correct run-on sentences. And that's it. You got it? You understand fragments, run-ons, and how to correct them? Move on with the lesson. Are you lost? Rewatch the video. Make sure you took notes. Jump around. Check out the different parts of the video that you need. And if you're super lost, check in with me.